What's up YouTube? This is Carlos with Twins Reef, and this is the Red Sea Reefer 300 planted tank. Last time I spoke on this tank, I had mentioned that I've been thinking of transitioning over from freshwater to saltwater, so converting this specific Red Sea Reefer into another reef tank. That way I will have two reef tanks and it will complement my YouTube channel name right when it comes to Twins Reef, with two identical Red Sea Reefer reef tanks, just with different personality when it comes to the setup. However, after watching YouTube videos and scrolling down Instagram posts, I have changed my mind. I want to give myself a second chance on, or I just want to prove to myself that I could actually set up a successful high-tech planted tank. So I have tried so many times on setting up a successful high-tech planted aquarium. I've done the dirted method way of dirted planted tank, low-tech, and then high-tech. I've done the method where I have grown Monte Carlo, the dry start method, and man, I've just have failed in so many ways. When it comes to the Monte Carlo dry start method, I would have the whole carpet effect, but once after I added water, I'll have like an algae bloom and cyanobacteria bloom. But after doing research lately, I found out that that is pretty common and it's just your tank cycling. And I know that's like a newbie should know this, right? But anyhow, so for this tank, I tried to set up a high-tech planet aquarium or mid-tech, I don't know what you want to call it, but I went with AI Prime lights. These are first generation lights. My light probably doesn't work, but down there I have a CO2 system. If you can see back there, I do have a CO2 paintball gun CO2 tank with a mini regulator. When it comes to substrate, it's not the best type of substrate for plants. It is sand, which doesn't really hold any nutrient benefits for the roots of these plants. However, I am feeding them with root taps, and I am also dosing the water column with the micronutrients that the plants need to grow. I have seen my plants grow, probably not in a flushy, healthy way as I wish for them to actually, grow. And one of the reasons is, of course, because it's probably been a while now that I haven't used my CO2. And that is because I've been so lazy. It's not automated where it's not going to turn on and turn off by itself. I have to do it manually, and then just been so busy that sometimes I just don't even bother to turn it on now. However, the plants are thriving. The tank itself is thriving after bad husbandry, of me not really paying attention to this tank. One issue that I've been really dealing with is actually hair algae. Bearded hair algae or black algae. I know that I have different type of algae in this tank, and it's really frustrating. Here and there I will pick it out or manually remove it. So that's been frustrating for me. I know these plants that I do have, they are slower growers, so sometimes the algae will outcompete them, and that's why I'll see a lot of algae on them. Another thing I wasn't happy about was just my scape in general. I'll see if I can zoom out a little bit. I don't know if I chose the wrong plants or if my aquascaping skills, I know they're not the best, but I've tried to do like a natural look when it comes to aquascaping this tank, and I'm just not really happy with it. Just yesterday, before the day of the recording, I tried to move plants around. I try to put, all the plants right here. I have the crypts in the front layer of crypts. I do have my Amazon swords. They have grown so much. Yesterday I pulled them. They were actually in the back of the tank, hidden because of all the indoor photos. I think that's what these things are called. I forgot what these plants. This house plant is called. However, you know, that doesn't really allow any light to penetrate to that side of the tank where my Amazon swords were. But man, these Amazon swords are literally almost 20 inches in length. I believe the Red Sea Reefer is 24 inches from its height, so it's almost there, as you guys could see, above, almost close to the top of the water level. So I put my Amazon swords there. I put my wisteria there. I put a couple wisteria there. I used to have a lot of wisteria before, and I used to have a lot of Java ferns and Anubias. However, there was just so much. The tank looked so nasty. It didn't look in order. So what I did, I decided to remove a bunch of wisteria, Anubias, and ferns, and I placed them in my sump for about a month. I tried to sell it, couldn't sell it. So what I decided to do, I had some extra substrate. So I set up a little 20-gallon tub with substrate. I put a bunch of root taps in there. I had a filter and everything. However, temperatures have been rising here since it's summer. They usually go above 100, and sadly my plants died. I feel horrible. I should have just kept them or just given away or gone to any local pet store and see if they were at least give me some sort of credit for them. That's why, you know, we don't see a lot of wisteria. But besides that, other plants are good. This tiger lily is doing good. All the fish are doing good. I remember I had made a video previously, or not previously, I made a video like a couple years ago when I first got my discus, these discus actually, and I mentioned how discus are skittish. They're a really frightened fish. However, after, you know, keeping them for a while, they have got used to me. I have bought 5 discus, and unfortunately about 3 of them had jumped out of this tank, and now I am left with the blue diamond, the cold bat, and over there I have some sort of pigeon blood discus that it's been hiding there. So hopefully he's doing good. Hopefully it's not sick, but they're not timid. They will come out and eat when it's time to feed them. It is time to feed them now. And I don't know, it feels like I've lost a couple of cardinal tetras, as well as some neon tetras and some rummy nose. It feels like I had more of them, but yeah, it seems like I don't have enough, or if I'm missing some. However, man, this camera makes it no justice, or the video makes no justice how beautiful these fish are, especially the rummy nose and those cardinals when they are swimming in groups. Another fish that I haven't seen in a while, because I haven't even paid attention to this tank in so long, is the Hillstream Loach. That was one of my favorite fishes in this tank. I had 2 of them, and I do recall one of them passed, so I had removed it. And then the other one, I haven't seen it in a while, so I don't know how long they live, what is their lifespan, or what has happened to it, but I haven't seen it in so long. Another fish that I haven't seen in a while that I used to have here before was a what is it called, those little fishes that I forgot its name, but once I remember I'll bring up its name. And then I used to have another Siamese, and I actually thought I lost it, and I just found it. So it's not this guy here, it's actually that guy right there. So I've had 2, so they're doing good right here. So there's another fish that just looks like the Siamese algae eater, and it's the Chinese algae eater. I think there's another one they called the foxfish, I'm not so sure. So they're almost identical, but they are a little bit more aggressive. Not only that, they don't really tend to feed on algae or any you know, debris that would be left over of fish not eating. Other fish that are doing good are my peppermint Cory catfish. Can't really see it, but I used to have a group of them as well, and so far I have only seen about 3 in my tank. There's probably a little bit more. No, there's definitely more. You see, that's what happens when you don't pay attention to your tank. So I have one right there, another one there, another one there. So I think I have about 5 peppermint Cory catfish, and I used to have more because they had actually bred before. So I don't know if some died or not. It's really hard to, you know, take a track of them or document their, you know, their lifespan or how they're doing in the tank. But recently I had actually seen them doing like a little mating dance. So I don't know if they're gonna be mating or at a certain age they just stop, you know, breeding. But yeah, I have 5 healthy Cory cats or peppermint Cory catfish that I'd see. I have 2 Siamese algae eaters. I have 3 discus. I have 3 angelfish or 3 koi angelfish. I lost one of them. And then I have this beautiful black shake or sek. I don't know how to pronounce that country. Angelfish, and it's this beauty. This thing's so beautiful in person. It's just that black. It's so vibrant. It's. I wish I should have bought more of those instead of the kois. So all that's everything when it comes to fish. Now if we jump over to the plants, the house plants are doing good. I used to have a lot more, but a lot of them didn't make it. However, the ones that are, you know, doing good, I'm actually trying to adjust the growth of them. That way they don't cover the whole tank. So I'm having this one, you know, come out the tank and either fall down or go above the wall. Same thing with this one here. Once it grows a little bit more, I'm gonna see if I can mount it on this side of the tank. This lily, peace lily, is doing good as well. This palm plant is doing good too. So the house plants are doing good in the tank. Just one thing, they do actually cover a lot of the space on the water and doesn't allow my lights to actually penetrate to the tank. That's why actually just yesterday adjusted the location or relocated the lights more to the center. That way they could focus on all the plants, because I tried to put all my plants in the center now. I think this scape looks good. However, this is not my permanent or final scape. I don't know when, but I am going to rescape the whole tank. I am going to rehome some of the fishes. I'm going to be focusing on keeping smaller fish. That way they could give it more of a natural look of a large scape. I just feel like the bigger fish don't really look good with a small tank just like this. I mean, for some this is a large tank, but for others this is a small tank. It is a 75 gallon or 70 gallon display, 36 inches long, 24 around there width, and 24 height. So yeah, these discus are probably they're definitely gonna outgrow it. Discus could grow anywhere up to 6 to 8 inches. Same thing with angelfish. And yeah, but that's pretty much it for this video. As you guys can tell, I basically picked up the camera and I just started to speak whatever was on my mind. I haven't really got used to recording. That's why I haven't really been uploading videos constantly, because I feel like I do a horrible job when it comes to making videos. But I just want to keep you guys updated with all my fish tanks. So yeah, so we're no longer going to make this into a saltwater tank. One reason is my saltwater tank, it's not 100% on its prime, or it's not what I want it to be. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick view of it. So I gotta focus a lot more on this tank, make sure this tank outgrows, corals do good, and then think about setting up another saltwater tank. But for now, that tank over there is just gonna be a freshwater tank. I'm no longer gonna make it into a saltwater tank. One thing I am going to do near future would be making or setting up a frag tank. So I was talking to my wife. I'm gonna give you guys a quick view of both tanks. I have both tanks on each side going to the kitchen, but we were thinking of relocating both of those tanks and actually putting them in this wall here. So we'll have one tank there, another one tank there, and hopefully they're gonna look good with the blue black background. So once I decide to rescape this tank, remove everything that's in it, that's gonna allow me to move the tank around and then rescape it. But if I don't end up, you know, moving the tanks and they just stay where they're at now, because I mean they do look good where they're located now, you know, I'm still gonna rescape this tank. Anyhow, I don't know if I'm making sense or I'm just going on and speaking whatever nonsense is coming out of my mouth. I just want to appreciate you guys for watching. I am going to continue uploading videos. Next video I'm going to upload, it's going to be on my saltwater tank. But first, I haven't really tested my saltwater tank, so I need to get some reagents for my HANA test kits. Once I get a reading on all my magnesium, calcium, alkalinity, phosphates, nitrates, then I'm going to make a video, because I have lost so many corals, and you know, the corals seem like they're having a hard time growing. The fish look healthy, but the corals don't really look so happy. So I gotta find out what's wrong with them, what's causing them. So once I get those readings, then I'm gonna make a video on my saltwater tank. But yeah, thank you guys for watching this video. I'll see you guys in the next one. Till then, I am out. Peace.